Hello, my name is Elena. I love beauty and makeup, especially eyeshadow. We also do declutters, rankings, hauls, reviews on this channel. So if you like that kind of content, then definitely keep on watching. Okay, so I do apologize for the lack of uploads. I just want to apologize right now. I was sick for 2 weeks in November, then Thanksgiving rolled around and I was busy with work, but I will make it up in December. I have lots of video ideas, so I am super excited to post more. So yeah. So today's video is gonna be if I can only keep 10 palettes from my eyeshadow collection. So let's go ahead and get started. The first palette we have is Sage the Day from Colourpop. And this is what it looks like. Such an amazing palette Colourpop did with this. It's amazing quality. I love the color story. It did not disappoint. Colourpop did such an amazing job. I'm pretty sure you can still get it. I'm not so sure though. But if you like this kind of color story, then I would definitely recommend getting it. I'm not telling you to get it, but if you want something that's affordable and you love the color story, it's such an amazing quality that it's definitely worth picking up. So I love this palette. We have a little duochrome right here. We have the greens, the neutrals. I love this palette. I've used it quite a bit. So yeah. Next palette we have is from Sigma, the Alice in Wonderland palette. And this is what it looks like. Such a beautiful palette. We have colors, we have some neutrals over here. The quality is amazing. This is the only Sigma palette I do have, but I'm hoping to review more next year or have some more. So yes, the green over here, such a beautiful green shimmer. The blues we have here, the silver we have here. It is such an amazing palette. I'm pretty sure you can still get it. So yeah. Next palette we have is from Colourpop, is the Daisy Does It palette. And this is what the palette looks like. Such an amazing palette. We have the oranges, we have neutrals. I love this palette so much. Actually, my favorite eyeshadow look I made was with this palette. We have a big dip in this shade right here. I feel like this palette was very underrated though. It just wasn't talked about much, but that's fine because everybody has their personal preferences. But this palette was such a good quality palette. I love this palette. Colourpop did not do us wrong with this palette. So next we have from Odins Eye is a collaboration with Angelica Nikivis, and this is the Little Ghost palette. And this is what it looks like. Such amazing palette NG did. We have some pastels, we have some bright, vibrant colors right here. It is such an amazing quality. I will tell you though, this purple right here, I did an eyeshadow look about 2 days ago. I wore the eyeshadow look for about 5 to 6 hours, and when I took it off, I will tell you, I did get some staining. Now, the weird thing about it is it wasn't a purple stain, it was a pink stain. So I do just want to let you know that I did get some staining, but it went away within a day, so it was not too bad. But I just want to let you know, but the color story is so amazing, the quality is so amazing. I love Angie, she's such a great content creator. So yes. And then the second palette with that collection is the Trick or Treat palette. The next palette we have is from Odins Eye and Angelica Nikivis. This is the second palette from the collaboration, which was the Halloween collaboration, and this is the Trick or Treat palette, and this is what the palette looks like. Such an amazing palette. I love the quality of this palette. It is a little dark, but it is such a good palette. The quality, like I said, is amazing. Also with the two, you can combine the two and you can make such an amazing look. So that's what I do. Now I do want to tell you right here, some people were worried that this is a pressed glitter. It is not. I want to tell you that. It's not a pressed glitter. It's just a flaky shimmer, but it is not a pressed glitter. So it is all good. It's eye safe. But this palette, such an amazing job she did. And I love Angie. She's such an amazing content creator. So yes. And then the first collaboration Angie did with Odins Eye is the Hella palette. And this is what the palette looks like. Such amazing palette. The quality was super good. Unfortunately, you cannot get it anymore. But I love this palette. We have the greens, we have the purples and pinks. If you know me, I love my greens. So yes. And then the palette we have next is from Heather Austin in the collaboration with Adept Cosmetics. This is what the palette looks like. This palette actually inspired me to do this video because since, like I said, I have not done, I did do this video originally back from like a year and a half ago, and since then I have accumulated palettes and I just wanted to redo it because my preferences have changed since then too. So yes, this palette has inspired this video and I love this palette. This palette, I mean, look at the shifts, such an amazing palette. Heather Austin did such a good job. I definitely, this would be like top 3 for me. If I had to do only keep 3 palettes, this would definitely be in the 3 spots. So yeah, this palette, such a good quality. I do want to try Adept Cosmetics more next year just because this palette is just such amazing and the quality is so good. But it is expensive and I am on a low buy. Well, I'm on no buy right now, but next year I'm hoping to eventually be able to buy more makeup. But this palette, fortunately, I actually don't know. You maybe can still get it. I know there was a restock about 2 months ago. I don't know for sure if it's available now, but I will link it down below if it is. If it's not, it won't be linked down below. But this palette, such an amazing palette. Next we have is Natasha Denona, the Yucca palette. I actually literally just got this a week ago. And this is what the palette looks like. I have used this 4 times since then. I will tell you that. This palette is such a good palette. That's why I actually put this in this video, is because I've used it a bunch of times already. So I already know my thoughts on it. Such an amazing palette. Definitely worth the money. I did get it on Black Friday sale though, so I didn't pay full price. But I really did want it right when it came out, but I just didn't have the money. But when I saw that was on sale for Black Friday, I was like, man, I gotta pick it up. I was like, I can't wait no longer. And I am so happy I got it. This is such an amazing palette. Natasha Denona, you did such a good job with this. I've used half of the shades, I think. More than half. And the quality is just so amazing. So, yes. Next palette is the Natasha Denona Retro palette. And this is what she looks like. Very, very beautiful. This was my favorite palette. As I say was, I'm pretty sure the Yucca palette is gonna beat this palette. I do love this palette still. Don't get me wrong, this palette is so amazing. I love the color story. The quality is very good. But let me just tell you that Yucca palette, it blew me away. But this palette will still be my favorite. Probably top 5 favorite palettes. But this palette just, it was so good. It is a little older, so it's not much talked about. But I love this palette, so yes. And then lastly, we have the Nomad Ghost Town USA palette. I'm trying to show you the hologram. Or not the hologram, holographic. And this is what the palette looks like. I do have it on my eyes today, if you're wondering what palette. It is this palette. And this is such an amazing palette from Nomad. I did pick it up right when it launched because I needed this palette. I was like, oh my goodness, this color story, up my alley. The quality is super good. I will tell you though, the shimmers are soft. So be careful when you pick them up. I would spray my brush. I do actually have fallout right now. You might not be able to see it through the camera, but I do have fallout right here. I tried getting it. I couldn't get it all, so I do have some sparkles. I don't mind, to be honest. It's not that bad. But this palette, such a good quality palette. The mattes are amazing. And this is the first time, well, no. This is the second palette from Nomad I've tried. And Nomad has just not disappointed. I want to try so much more from them next year. I just love this palette, so yes. Okay, that will be it for the video. It might have been a short video. Don't worry, I have longer videos coming up. So if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will be back with a lot more videos. Till then, stay beautiful, stay healthy, and stay safe. Bye.